spend all day rehearsing with people and doing that kind of thing. And I mean, that's kind of how I do it.
Yeah.
I fly by the seat of my pants every month. I'm like, I hope I can make my bills and stuff like that. But I don't know. It's all in service.
Me. I don't know.
It's all in service to the theater.
I don't know. You always have options. Like I don't know. I have this weird like Zach Morris-esque way of just figuring this shit out. I don't know. Like no matter what, like whatever issue comes up, it's like something happens.
I think everybody can. They just don't believe it, and sometimes that negative energy of not believing it makes other things get in the way. Or something that happens, I think, with a lot of people is that even if you do get what you want, your perspective is somehow so negative that you don't even see the good fortune you have. I see people all the time who, like, ask for something, get exactly what they want, and are still miserable. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? I don't know.
There's like this weird sort of... Like, I'm a creature of habit, so it's like, there's this very Rube Goldberg way that I think about things, where it's like, I don't know, I can think my way through any problem, but it's really complicated and full of tangents that don't make any sense, but they like cover bases and stuff, and it's like, everything I do is harder than it should be because of the choices I make and like just the general attitude I have about everything. But I don't know. I make it... Every day is awesome for the most part. Like, I figure everything out. And then I'm proud of myself at the end. Like, when I get past it, it's like, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't see you as, like, melancholy or as, like, unable to get through stuff. I would definitely say, like, you're on high on a list of people that I would trust with, like, real-life situations. Like, the world becomes Walking Dead, you're on my team, because I know you probably know how to do a bunch of shit that other people don't.
Yeah, you know me. I was a Boy Scout, so I can tie, like, all kinds of knots around
It's not really
zombies.
even that. It's like when life happens, you have to deal with it.
Yeah.
And a lot of people shut down. And the way that they don't deal with it is by somehow... This is going to sound ridiculous and whatever, I'm going to say it. Some people, I think, will get into jobs that put them with a comfortable amount of money, jobs that they don't like, so that they can make a certain amount of money so that they don't have to think about the hard decisions that happen in life and the bullshit things that go on. And I allow myself to continue to be sort of poor in the way that I'm poor because I'm making all the decisions as I want to. Like, I want to work, I'll do a temp gig here and there to make money. Absolutely. But I'm doing that to, like, cover expenses or, like, go do something cool or whatever.
Yeah. See, okay, like, it never really gets me down. I never, like, you were saying, like, melancholy. Like, I never get sad because, like, sad slows down, like, the process of fixing it. I normally just, like, blow past sad because it's like, well, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I go into problem solver mode immediately and try and just figure out how I can avoid being sad about it. And normally I can come up with a plan almost immediately, but I don't know. I may be slightly... there's something wrong with the way I kind of process things where it's like I don't get scared or like sad when shit's getting real. I just figure out how to make it stop being real. And it's always something that nobody else would have thought about. Like, I was really proud of myself for this the other day. I went to the grocery store or walked to a it was like the gas station near my place just to buy some like soda and something to eat. And I forgot to bring a bag, so I had like a soda and some candy that took in my hands and like one other thing. But I had like a big can of soup that I could not figure for the life of me out, and I had to walk like 10 minutes back to my apartment. So I put it in my hoodie, or in the hood of my hoodie, and it sat perfectly the entire time. I didn't have to do anything. And I gotta tell you guys, I was way too smug to be walking back from like a shitty gas station, having spent way too much for like 3 things. And then I got the like densest container thing back safely. Like, I don't know, like I was like, everything's gonna be alright, Wendell. Like you're Yeah, you're always going to be able to figure it out. I don't know, like, it's just this weird pluck that I get from nowhere. Nowhere.
So whenever you're having just like a really tough time, do you have... Oh, wait, that just happened recently, right?
Oh, yeah.
I would like to imagine that in the future when something happened, you're just like, remember that can of soup, Wendell? Remember that can of soup?
Yeah, it's time to can of soup your way out of this, you know? I mean, I'm always about, like... all my brain does, instead of, like, lingering on what sucks about a situation, my brain just immediately... I have to tell myself how to not make that situation last that long. How to remedy that as quickly as possible. And...
Yeah, I'm all about solutions.
Yeah. That's the first thing
I don't want to get upset about it. I just want to solve the problem.
Yeah.
I get upset about lots of things, don't get me wrong. I'm a ball of emotions. But, like, but if there's a real problem, like, I'm a ball of emotions about lots of dumb things. Relationships, mostly, of course. But, like, you know, when something real has to happen or some sort of, like, I don't know. I'm not going to shy away from it. I'm going to get it done. And if it's hard or it's weird, I'll figure it out.
Well, like, in the restaurant industry, you're kind of faced with that a lot of the times. It's like, something happened, and 9 times out of 10 people want to identify who's to blame or who's to be mad at or who messed up or whatever. And it's like, that actually doesn't matter at all. You know,
it does not.
It never really mattered who made it happen. What matters is fixing it. Mm-hmm. That's it. It doesn't matter if I rang it. Like, if I rang it in wrong, I'll say it immediately. But it's like, if nobody's willing to take the blame, it doesn't matter if this guy rang in the item wrong or if the kitchen guy just cooked it wrong. We just have to feed this guy. You know, like, this person needs to be fed. If you guys, like, really need to know, like, if you guys need to hate each other a little bit more, like, if it's just like you can't sleep at night without knowing who fucked up around you the whole day, then that's fine. That's a stressful life, and that sounds absolutely terrible. But you create a problem in my life, as long as I can fix it, like, immediately, then it does not, I'm past it once it's fixed. Like, I don't care what, like, if you messed up or, you know, if you did something. But that's because I fuck up a lot, and I'm hoping everybody gives me that same sort of courtesy. It's like, I'm really forgiving towards, like, everybody around me that does something dumb. But that's because I'm going to do some dumb shit, and I really just am trying to hedge my bets, you know, like, make sure.
Well, I actually think that, you know, it doesn't actually help you to get mad when somebody disobeys the rules. So, like, I'm in charge of lots of stuff. So, like, I set down rules, and those rules are, like, I don't know, I'm going to say, like, 20% of the time broken. So, like, mostly it's good. I'm 80% of the time like, good job, everyone. You put the things back in the right place where I told you to put them back, or whatever.
Yeah.
And when people don't disobey the rules or something bad happens, there's generally one of two reasons. And one reason still sticks in my craw, but the other one is just like, sometimes people are busy or doing things and they're not thinking about how important it is to put things back in whatever way that I decided.
Yeah.
And my rules don't necessarily dictate, like, actual, like, efficiency. It's just my thing that I said. So really it doesn't matter, and I need to, like, let that go and just move forward with it and fix it to whatever way that I need to put it back, because it really, really matter. The thing that sticks in my craw are the people who will, like, blatantly do that. And, like, I have a small reserve within that group. So there's a bunch of people who, like, are dicks on purpose, right? Yeah. That's what they do. And it's only a small group. But of that group, there's a certain smidge that are just doing it out of this some sort of, like, sort of like almost like Nirvana-esque, like
nihilism,
angry,
kind of,
yeah, like where they like are not doing it to stand for something. I'm okay with those people. Fine.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Be whatever that is. But the people who are just dicks to be dicks.
Yeah, just like rattle your cage and kind of.
Yeah, we're just like assholes, or like if I mentioned that something needs to be somewhere, they like specifically put it somewhere else and then wait for me to find it and then like, ugh. That I cannot.
Oh yeah, I'm totally with you on that. Like, if there's malice or foresight to, like, an action like that does fuck with my day, we got to talk about that like right then. We need to like address where your mind is. Like I don't know, like we need to have the fight that like is building that. But every other time it's just a mistake, and then mistakes they happen constantly. And
I was thinking about I've lived in the same apartment complex for 5 years, and it sort of amounts to like a long-term relationship, right? Because I have to deal with the office regularly, and I have at certain times ripped them to fucking shreds, and then I have to go back 2 days later and like ask them for something, right? So it's very humbling to have to like scream in a person's face and then like 2 days later have to be like, hey, can you give me change for whatever? Or like, can you hand me my package not broken? Like whatever it is. And I was thinking today about how I'm a good tenant when things are going well. Like, I'm real nice, and I'll go get my things, and I obey all the rules they set out. If they say to do some things, I'll do those things. If they want me to tell them every car that I have in the parking lot, I'll tell them every car, whatever. I'll obey their rules. But if they don't fulfill their side of the bargain, if like some shit's been broken for a year and a half and I've been asking consistently and it's not fixed, like there's one light right by my apartment that essentially makes the whole corner where I live super dark. And so when I get out of my car, like it's pitch black, and like the light outside of my door is blocked by a bush. So even that, like I am always like trying to find the ground and like looking around, and there's stairs. And I'm complaining about this forever. And I'm a jerk about that because I'm like, no. I've done my part. I've paid the rent. If I pay it late, I give you those extra fees you guys ask for. I've done all the things. I've told you all the information. I pay extra for all the pets. Like, I'm doing my part here. Your job is this, and you need to do that. And I'm like, I don't take any shit. Like, there's no. You're not pulling one over on me.
Yeah.
It's not happening. I will make your life a living hell, and you will change your mind. Like, no. I don't know.
See, with situations like that,
Manifesto.
Okay, for me, it's like checks and balances sometimes. Like, if it's not like a tangible person or like a thing that I can really do anything about, then it's like if my job does, like, all of a sudden that, like, starts a rule or begins something like a new protocol or something that I don't like or that inconveniences me in some way, then that's okay. The day I started doing comedy and the day I realized how much I don't necessarily enjoy what I do for a living, like all around, was the day that I have to wear like a button-up shirt and a tie, and there are two standard necktie knots. There's the full Windsor or there's the single Windsor and the full Windsor. I used to be a full Windsor guy because I cared. And the single Windsor looks like I'm a alcoholic cop who's like, I don't know, still kind of just, I don't know, trying to find his wife or whatever. Like, it, to me,
I wish I knew what either one looked like.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, it's just like,
It's
one
fine.
looks like a full knot. One looks like a full knot.
Description.
And the other one just looks like I don't care. Like, it's just half of it. And it's still a knot, but I was not, like, I watch people put their ties on, and it takes like 4 or 5 minutes because they have to like get their little block perfectly at the top and everything, and they'll sit there and recalibrate it. I don't even look at myself in a mirror when I put my tie on. Like, I'll just do it walking.
Maybe you're a tie guy.
I am a tie guy, but that's the point I'm trying to make, is me choosing to, I'm the only guy that does a single Windsor, and it's just to show that I don't give a shit. But it's just like the day that I realized that this is not what I was going to be doing. It's like, that was my first thing. It was like, this is dumb, and here's my sign to show you that. And I don't comb my hair. They're like little things that I can just get by with that stress that.
Yeah, I'm always late to work.
Yeah.
I try to leave on time every day, and I'm supposed to be there at 8. More often than not, I'll leave my apartment at 8 or 7:55, or I think if I leave by 7:50, I'm like, oh, that's fine. I'll be there by like 8:10. Cool, early. Because a lot of times I'll get there and it's like 8:30, but nobody says anything, and I finish everything like on time, and it's really inefficient there.